Hello and welcome to the Super Bowl Sunday episode of the Third and Long podcast. With me, as always, is Mr. Ollie Butler Henderson and Mr. Phil Perrins. How are you feeling, boys, on Super Bowl Sunday? Phil, are you as nervous as I am?
Yes, always. It almost feels like it's really still surreal that it's the Super Bowl, it's the biggest game of the year, the 49ers are in there, we're playing against the Chiefs. It's nerve-wracked. I'm just really excited but nerve-wracked.
Phil, did Newcastle win yesterday?
Yes, we did, barely.
So does that mean you're going to lose? Your normal predictions, does that mean you're going to lose?
No, well, you say that but I actually thought about selling part of my soul to guarantee that we actually win the Super Bowl. So I'm willing to take 10 years off my life to win number 6. Huh?
It's fine because
already.
Bolton didn't win, so that
and Wolves did lose as well, so that's my other bogey team. So yeah.
And Celtic are beating the Heat at the moment.
Yeah, but that was going to happen anyway. We don't even have Jimmy Butler, so.
Although you're up in the third quarter. So.
I could have told you that was going to happen. I could have told you that we were going to lose before the game started.
Nice. So it is Super Bowl. We are 3 hours away from kickoff now. Let's get the elephant out of the room. How many times are we going to see Taylor Swift in the show tonight?
I'm going to legitimately do a little tally for every time she's been shown on screen and every time she's brought up on commentary, and I'm literally gonna add it up and we'll talk about it tomorrow night on the show. It's gonna be double figures easily. I was saying in our WhatsApp group earlier that it actually became too nauseous watching the NFL Network earlier because all they were talking about was Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and someone posted on one of the NFL social media platforms because of the buzz that Taylor Swift's had this year, is if the Chiefs win, should Taylor Swift get a ring? And I was like, what? That's how horrible this situation is for me. I don't even dislike the woman. I don't even dislike her, but the NFL's making me dislike her.
I'll tell you what you can bet on Paddy Power right now. So these are actual markets you can bet on. Will Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift? Will Andy Reid mention Taylor Swift in his podium interview? Will the MVP mention Taylor Swift in their podium interview? Will Taylor Swift be shown on the screen over or under 9.5 times? All markets you can bet on.
I might do the over and under one. That seems quite interesting. But yeah, I mean, despite how many times you get shown, out of the 3 hours that you're watching the game, it's only less than a minute she's on there. So just deal with it. 9 times out of 10, I don't even notice. But yeah, so just deal with it. So Mr. Perrins looks like he's in a horror movie. He's just traveling back from football.
Yeah. Earlier this week, I actually saw a market which is, will Taylor Swift be wearing a custom Christian Yezchek design to the Super Bowl?
He's walked in with another one today. I've seen that.
Yeah, the first one went for like 75 grand.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So how are you guys feeling? Obviously, you're going for 6, which will equal the record of Patriots and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Which will be exciting.
Yep. And also very nauseous for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
I said that to Gemma earlier. Gemma was like, if they lose, you're allowed to have half an hour to be Mardy. I said, but if we win, I'm going to be insufferable for the next 6 months.
Yeah. It's not going to be a fun podcast tomorrow for you if we win.
It's not going to be a fun podcast if you lose either.
No.
Either way.
Well, no. To be fair, baby, right? We actually get tomorrow. If we win the Super Bowl, we get tomorrow the one thing that Shane and Hendo have rebelled against for so long, and that's basically where we create our own 49. Great, the 49ers are.
Yeah. If we win, we are turning tomorrow into the 49ers podcast.
let's put it this way. Always said you are this season the best football team this season. Undoubtedly. Okay. Our football's very different, as we all know. So I've never said you're a bad football team. Never said anything negative about your team. I just said negative things about the fans.
To be fair, on Andy's podcast, the little, I mean, you really milked the minute you had on Andy's podcast, didn't you? But you were quite complimentary of the 49ers and then predicted us to lose.
I just can't go against. I don't know. It's something about KC and playoff football.
Yeah.
You know, this is their their fourth Super Bowl in the 6 years that Mahomes has been in the league. You know,
Yeah.
This is the first time the team has a chance to win back-to-back Super Bowls since the Patriots in 03 and 04.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not true.
Okay. There's a
Casey
high
had,
chance.
Casey had the chance to do it. Casey had the chance to do it 2 years ago. They just failed.
They have, haven't they? They've had several chances. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. No one's done Buffalo Bills and losing 4 Super Bowls on the bounce.
No. That's like impressively always the bridesmaid, not the bride kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and they will all hate that. So, where can you win this game? Where Casey's weak spots you can exploit? Where is that chance?
Run game.
I think our run
see
game and any.
Go on, carry on, sorry.
So I was saying our run game and anything that we try behind the backfield, i.e., anything time that we get Debo involved, Juice, CMC, Kittle. I don't see Brock Purdy going long for Ayuk too many times. But also, I think the pincer of Greenlaw and Warner on defense could really stunt Travis Kelce. Because I've said this before, Fred Warner, linebacker, the best in the league. He's built like a tight end, plays like a DB. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's man-marking Kelce most games.
Yeah, I think he will be, and I think with Lenore or Mashi Rice in the slot will be a favorable matchup for us. It's on the outside and Ambry Thomas that I am worried about, and also interesting run defense against Pacheco.
I'm really hoping that our run defense actually steps up because Armstead's fit. Hargrave has flattered to deceive for most of the season. Hopefully, he'll show off in the Super Bowl. I mean, he was part of that Eagles team last year that faltered. Maybe he's got a chip on his shoulder against the Chiefs as well. You've got Chase Young that's playing for a contract next year. Bosa, that's he's trying to be the number one guy in the NFL. So there's so much riding on that defensive line that you'd be surprised that if they don't step up their game.
Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, I do think if you pick team by team, it's very even, like 2 and 2, 3 and 3 kind of thing. I think Mahomes is the better quarterback. I think your running team are much better than KC's. I do think your wide receivers are better. I think the tight ends are better. I think the secondary in KC is better. And I do think the front 7 are about the same, and I do think your O-lines are about the same. So I do think it's going to be a very interesting matchup, very similar matchup, but I do think it could be quite a high-scoring game, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I'm interested in the O-lines because obviously Joe Tooney isn't fit.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Jawan Taylor is the most penalized person in the NFL this year.
What, even more than Trent Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Trent Brown was a walking flag for us.
So Jawan Taylor is the most penalized person in the NFL, so I'm interested to see how many times he holds Bosa and it doesn't get called.
Are you still holding on to that? Literally.
Yeah,
No.
because it happened.
It happened, but I've let it go. But I'm just going to say that Bosa's going to get held a lot today, and it won't get called.
Yeah, but it'll happen on both sides. We'll get held a lot. Chris Jones will get held a lot.
He probably will. But the thing is, we all know that the refs are wearing red and yellow, so they just call it every time.
Or it could be classed as red and gold, so.
No, because we're red and gold, they're red and yellow.
Yeah, we're red and gold.
Hey, red, gold, red, yellow, similar.
But I think,
You're
but I think,
slightly colourblind.
I think it makes it very easy for the Allegiant Stadium because they just need one color of confetti.
Yeah, that's very true. It's going to be easy to tidy up afterwards. Yeah, it's going to be great. Okay, so where is your weak spot? Where can KC get after you?
Run defense,
Yep.
right side of the O line. Ambry Thomas.
Ambry Thomas, special teams.
Yeah, and special
You
teams.
reckon you'll lose on specials?
I generally had a nightmare a couple of nights ago that we will either win the Super Bowl or lose the Super Bowl down to Jake Moody. like he'll either win us it or he'll lose us it. It's going to be, and if he loses it, it's going to be like Ray Finkel from Ace Ventura all over again.
Moody has got the yips. Like he.
What
Yeah.
did I say to you? What did I say? I think it was around week 17, week 18, week 16, around the end of the season. What did I say to you about Jake Moody? He's going to lose you the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say anything. We've got probably one of the worst kickers in the league coming into it, but he's missing a lot, which is a worry. You let Robbie Gold go, which is a bit of a strange thing, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like we let Nick Bolt go. You let these veteran kickers go, which you are liable. They're good. They're going to get. You're not very rarely going to miss. Okay, they might not have the leg of these younger guys. They go for they're practicing kicking them 60, 65 yards. And the older guys haven't got it. That's why they've been let go, and they bring the older guys. But these young guys are scared in the big games.
Yeah.
And you compare that to Bufka, who's one of the best kickers in the league.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be the KC guy. So I think, like I said, I do think Mahomes buys extra time in the pocket. Mahomes is where he can win it, and I do think, depending where they line up Rashee Rice, if it's in the slot, you're gonna have some trouble. I don't, because you struggle against slot receivers. And I do think your DBs is probably the weakest part of your defense.
Oh, 100%. I think it's the weakest part of our team. I think we're missing Hufanga, and Ambry Thomas is not even NFL level, let alone Super Bowl level.
Well, he's going to be playing in the Super Bowl, so you can't say that anymore.
I mean, I used to hate Keller Witherspoon, but I'd take him over Ambry Thomas in a heartbeat right now.
Hey, it's fair. It's fair. I mean, you've both had great seasons. You've both beaten some really bloody good teams on the road and in Arrowhead and Levi. So you can't say, one team's because they've got their cousin inflated record and all that as well. They've gone and won games in really tricky situations.
Yeah.
KC have gone to Buffalo and won. They've gone to Baltimore and won just to get to Super Bowl. You've gone into stadiums of won. I can't remember your fixtures off the top.
Philadelphia.
We beat the Eagles. We beat the Cowboys. I mean,
everyone's beating the NFC East at the moment.
I mean, let's not forget though, the Eagles were 10-1 when we went in there.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. You've beaten teams that should be challenging for the postseason. And let's not put it on you. If you turned over 17 points against a 17-point deficit against Detroit, okay.
Matches come in from Canada saying "Salut, Gan."
Mathieu.
Canada.
Are you looking forward to it, Mathieu? Who are you going for, my friend?
I remember last year Mathieu sent us his man cave, and it's just the best thing ever.
Oh my god, yeah. It is awesome. It goes downstairs. It's literally Vikings everywhere. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, we've got prediction games. Shano is otherwise engaged tonight. So we are going to predict 4 things. The outright winner, the MVP, teams with the most rush, teams with the most passing yards. I'm going to ask you to go first, Mr. Perrins, on all of them in case we lose you.
Okay. Yeah, because you're going to lose me in a wee bit, so I'll do mine very quickly.
Go on,
I
then.
think San Francisco are going to win the Super Bowl.
Of course.
I think Debo is going to win MVP.
Ooh,
Debo is a big game player. He's a big game player.
true.
He always shows up in big games. He chats. I nearly swore then. He chats a lot of poo, but he backs it up. I also rate. Rushing yards. I think 49ers.
Yep.
And we'll never know his passing yards.
So I do know that because he's put in the group chat. It is San Francisco he's going for on that one. So surprise.
No, but hear me out. It's the one negative thing the NFL Network actually said about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes in Super Bowls does not play well. He's been to 3, and he has been outplayed by his opponent 3 times.
That is true, to be fair.
So we can wax lyrical about Patrick Mahomes. He did not play well against the Eagles. He did not play well against Brady. And let's be honest, it was Jimmy Garoppolo literally throwing the game away, that actually sealed the game for the Kansas City Chiefs in our Super Bowl a couple of years ago.
Right. Let's put a different spin on this. Okay. Yes, not going to dispute the game last time we played you guys. When, Jimmy G literally did a Jimmy G. Against Tampa, his O-line was literally like a turnstile. So he had no pass protection at all. And against the Eagles...
this season. They don't...
No, he's had a lot more time in the pocket in that game.
Yeah, but there's no Tooney. There's no Tooney this time. And Tooney's like the glue of their O-line.
And against Eagles last year, he was playing with like a sprained ankle like 2 weeks earlier. So, and on that turf. So I'm just putting it a different spin on it. It looks like he's home.
I am.
So it's just a little bit of a different spin on it. Oh my God, you can tell he's a goalkeeper. It is a very much different spin on it. Yeah, okay. The yardage and all that is different and not different, but Garoppolo, O-line, injured. That's what it is. Yeah, he's still won 2 Super Bowls from that.
Exactly. Well, exactly. But like, we can't. You still look at it. He still didn't play well in those games. You can say, yeah, he was injured. Yeah, but Joe Burrow was injured. For like most of the season, he played really, really well. Brock Purdy's was injured. He's played really well this season as well. Josh Allen, like we can talk about this all the time. How many actually top O lines are there in the NFL? Let's be honest there. Like both these teams tonight are in the Super Bowl, and neither of them have top O lines.
No, great. I completely second that. I mean, Ollie made a point. I don't know if you heard it because you were traveling between car and house. Yeah. But Tony's out tonight, so that's a big loss for them at right guard.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
right guard, massive guard. That is a big loss to them, and their backup is a walking flag.
No. Jawan Taylor's their right tackle. He was playing.
Yeah, he's their right tackle. He started.
Yeah, but he's going to be. I thought you mentioned he was going to be coming inside. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But if you look at the Niners O line, Colton McKivitz, he gave out 11.5 sacks in the regular season, but crucially, he's not given up any in the postseason. I know we've only played 2 games and Purdy's only been sacked 3 times, but none of them has been him. So he's actually stepped up a bit. And with John Feliciano inside him, who's been actually playing really well this season. But the right side is still more of a worry compared to the left side of Aaron Banks and the silverback gorilla himself, Trent Williams.
Oh my God, he's such a monster. I love him. I love him so much. All right, gents, I've got to desperately go and quickly have a shower. I'll jump back on as soon as I'm out, okay?
Okay. See you in a bit.
So Zach.
He might be back in time for the rest of the show. But Spagnuolo always has a game plan. He is probably the best defensive coordinator in the league. You can't deny that.
Yeah, I'm not going to, but I'm just going to come back at you when you finish your points.
So you're going to go against one of the best defensive play callers against one of the best offensive play callers. Yeah, I'm. It's going to be an interesting, really interesting matchup on that one. Yes, go on, fire back at me. I am waiting for it.
Spagnolo likes to blitz.
Yep.
Purdy against the blitz this season, 17 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a passer rating of 108.
But very rarely do teams blitz from corners as much as Spagnolia does.
Yeah,
Spagnolia's
but
Spagnolia.
he's
That's
not.
an interesting.
He's not a pasta dish. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Just
I
the way
know.
you call him Spagnolio makes it sound
Yeah,
like
I know. I realised as soon as I
Spagnolo.
said it. But he blitz from the corners. Like Duffy is one of the most is used very much to blitz.
Yeah,
He's
but
probably one of the best corners coming. It's second year. It's turning out to be one of the best corners in the league.
if you're going to blitz with a corner, Purdy will just give it to the man straight away.
Maybe.
Give it to Debo, give it to Ayuk, and let them go make yards. There's a reason that we have so much yak. There's a reason we have so much yak because if Purdy sees a blitz, he gives it to the more open man, whether that's Jennings, Kittle, Ayuk, Juice, Debo, CMC.
Yeah, like I said I don't know if anyone's seen around, but there's this comparison thing going around in the social media the last couple of days of regular seasons against Mahomes, Brock Purdy, yards, touchdowns, interceptions, blah blah blah. And I've said it's like comparing apples and pears. Okay, the reason I say that is, bar the tight ends, because I think the tight ends are as good. Okay, yes, Kelsey's been hiding for like 3/4 of the season. Your wide receivers and your running back is far better for majority of the season, and then what Patrick Mahomes has got to deal with. How many times could Tony end up being a bloody DB for knocking passes down, and then you had that one touchdown where he was offside, and it's give Mahomes your offense, you'd go 17-0.
Yeah, probably.
Undoubtedly. So that's what this was trying to say.
Matt Sher has just
the
said
last 3 weeks of the season,
Debo Samuel has a significant injury. Does he?
don't think he's got. Yeah, that shoulder, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that was just a bruise, though. I don't think he's going to be dominant enough to get MVP, but I wish him. In my opinion, it'll be between Patrick Mahomes and Mahomes for the MVP. Anyway, I just hope to have a great match. Well, we'll get to my prediction later. It's similar to Phil's, but a bit different. But
Of course it is.
okay, I think you'll be surprised. I'm not just giving everything to the Niners.
That's fine. All I'm going to say, mine is not quite 50-50. And we're leading by 7 points, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Mahomes. Yeah, you say about Mahomes' record in the Super Bowl, he doesn't play as well. Is the other thing. This could be Andy Reid's last ever game. Full stop. They're going to want to go out for a bang with him. That's my thinking. Should I give my predictions then?
Do you want me to go next because you're leading?
Go on then.
So I see no reason to change my prediction to what I said on Andy's show earlier this week across the pod, if anybody wants to give it a listen, with fan of the show, Andy Davis. And I said 37-31 to the Niners. And I also said McCaffrey to win MVP, have over 100 yards rushing, and score 2 TDs, which I'm going to stick by.
Madden has 81 and 1 TD.
So McCaffrey to be MVP.
Yep.
I think the Chiefs will have the most passing yards, and I think the Niners will have the most rushing yards.
Now, yeah. To be fair, he was snubbed for MVP. I don't care what anyone says. Christian McCaffrey is snubbed for regular season MVP, for league MVP. I don't. Yeah. I'm not a massive Niners fan, but and Shane's not on, so I can say this. I know I won't offend him. He's probably watching, but Lamar didn't deserve the MVP.
The problem is no quarterback had an outstanding year. Like last year, Mahomes, outstanding year. 2
Yeah.
years before that, Rogers, fair
Crazy.
enough. Matt just said 2 good teams.
Yeah.
But this year, nobody's had that year of I'm going to take the bull by the horns and this is my team. I think if anyone, Josh Allen for the last 6-7 weeks was the one that did that.
Yeah.
The fact that Dak Prescott got more votes than McCaffrey and more votes than Brock Purdy is not something I'm going to go into today.
We'll talk about that on Thursday's show.
Yes. John said CMC will definitely go well tonight. I don't think Chiefs run defense is often much, and we know how effective CMC is. I agree with you, John. I bet on him to win MVP, and I think he will. And I think, just going back to my predictions quickly, I know this isn't asked, but I think Niners will have more yards total offense than the Chiefs will if you had a passing rush.
Fair enough. So my predictions are, I'm going against you two. I'm going to go for KC. I'm not because it's 49ers and you two have been piping them off all season, but I just think it's KC. Because of the situation where it is, I've gone for Travis Kelce as MVP. I think he will get a touchdown. I think he will probably get 80, 90 yards.
Do you think he'll do the Taylor Swift heart celebration if he does score the touchdown?
Oh, of course he will do. Of course he will do. I've got you guys having most rush yards, but I think it's going to be really close between you and Pacheco.
I am a big fan of Pacheco. As you know, in that fantasy league that we're in together on Dynasty, I traded the farm to get Pacheco this season.
No, you didn't trade the farm, mate. You traded the whole bloody town.
Yeah.
But I've got KC for going for more passing yards. With Kelce, with Rashee Rice, MVS has stepped up these last few games as well. Richie James is getting there. Then you got Noah Gray coming in there, and Justin Watson of conducing yard damage as well.
Let's not mention Richie James because
elaborate.
He's next Niner.
I thought he was a second-year rookie.
No, Richie James been around for years. He was our punt returner.
Why did I think he was second year? Who am I thinking of second year?
Sky Moore.
Yeah, Sky Moore.
Richie James was drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in the 7th round of the 2018 NFL draft.
Punt return for the touchdown? Yeah, that's coming in. I might have a cheeky quid on that.
Yeah, but he's not that punt returner, is he? Or is he?
He is. Him and who's the other one? Sky Moore was one, but he's on IR. There's someone else, I can't think of his name, who it is.
And ours is very fair catch.
Very fair catch. It's going to be good. I love the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter who's in it. I love it. So let's talk about the halftime show because it is Usher.
I'm looking forward to Usher.
I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah. Just while we were talking about betting markets, you can bet on how many outfit changes Usher is going to have. Over 1.5 is currently the favourite.
I don't think he will.
Well, it could just be like, I'm not sure what constitutes as an outfit change. If he takes off a jacket and throws it away, is that an outfit change? And just in case you're wondering, I was looking at all these betting markets earlier. The current favourite for the 2025 Super Bowl is Lil Wayne.
That means Drake could be in it.
And second favourite, Taylor Swift.
Oh, she'll be favourite. Come on, we know it.
As John just said, Kelce is the safe play. Anything breaks down, he's always a backup option. If he is man-marked each play, would KC be as effective? I don't think so. And I think one of Greenlaw or Warner will be sticking to him like glue tonight.
Yeah, but Baltimore did that as well. And then you have the scramble drill mode, which KC are very good with because of the quarterback they do. And yet he made some great plays against Baltimore. Some bloody good plays. Look at that diving catch on third and 12. in the
Look,
first half.
I really like their linebackers, but our linebackers are better. I'm pretty sure Shane has probably clipped me saying I think Patrick Queen is one of the most underrated players in the league.
I do
But
think
I do think our linebackers are better.
both front sevens are very similar.
Yeah, I will admit that.
I do think the secondary is where Casey have the strength over you guys.
Yeah, I mean, Trent McDuffie is an incredible corner.
Yeah, all pro.
Yeah,
In his second year, he's all pro.
I mean,
So halftime show.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to that. Rumours is going to be Ludacris, obviously because of and Little John, obviously because of Is he going to open it? Is he going to close with it, or is he going to whack it straight bang in the middle?
I keep on thinking because I'm like he's going to open with but I also think a good opening song would be like lights come up and you just hit oh my gosh just to start, and he might open with OMG.
What about Confessions?
I don't think Confessions for me isn't upbeat enough to open with.
Depends how they do it, how they arrange it, doesn't it? I sound
But
like I'm an Usher fan. I'm not. I know 3 songs.
I know 5.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh my gosh, TJ's got us falling in love again. Confessions, and is it like you got me? You know
In
me?
fact, I'd probably know 2 is and Confessions.
Do you know oh my gosh? Or DJ's Girls Falling in Love?
Probably know. Oh my gosh, we're talking about the halftime show now, Mr. Perrin.
Oh,
Welcome
are we
back.
talking about? Yeah. That's the only one I'll know.
Yep.
Oh, let
Yeah,
it burn.
we're-
Let it burn. Gotta let it burn.
Yeah,
That's it.
We're trying-
That's the other one I know.
we're trying to work out whether Usher's going to open or close or put in the middle.
Oh, you'd think he'd have to open it like no, because like the lights will go down and you'll see the that would get the crowd going. Do you not think?
I reckon he might open with oh my gosh though.
Oh man, yeah, okay. No,
What did the Weeknd start with a couple of years ago? Because they're similar type of artists, aren't they?
Did he open with Blinding Lights? Or did
No,
open
he
with
didn't.
The
He
Hills?
finished with Blinding Lights.
Did he open with The Hills?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I remember his because that was COVID Bowl, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
COVID
was a really good bowl. Like, I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was Tom Brady chasing Mahomes, wasn't it?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the Bucks defense chasing Patrick Mahomes around the field for the entire time.
That was the Kansas City turnstile Chiefs.
That throw when he was like horizontal with the ground was incredible.
Levitating, literally levitating.
Mm.
That was ridiculous.
No.
It's gotta be
We've
paid.
not got Dua Lipa. We're not levitating. That's Dua Lipa, different artist.
If he had made that throw, that would have been known as the greatest throw in Super Bowl history
Yeah.
by a mile.
Wow. One of the best. I think the helmet catch will go down as the greatest.
Shut up.
I'm not even trying to be controversial. That's just generally like when I think of like great Super Bowl moments, the helmet catch.
Yeah, agreed on that one. It was a brilliant play, and I hate every minute of it. Every time I see it, because I still don't get how Eli Manning got out of literally being bear hugged by about 5 Patriot O linesmen and a couple of linebackers or D linemen.
I know.
Sorry.
What's annoyed me is this week, all I've seen over and over again is Wasp and Garoppolo overthrowing Sanders. I've seen that so many times this week.
Well, there's 2 things you don't need to worry about this week. Because let's face it, Wasp isn't going to happen because they don't have Tyreek Hill. And Jimmy Garoppolo is not throwing the ball. So you're safe.
And Sanders isn't catching the ball either.
Well, he didn't even catch the ball. That was the problem.
Oh, no. Well, it wasn't on him. It was on Jimmy Garoppolo.
There's one thing we've not talked about. And one thing that hasn't really been given as a Brock Purdy type of play, and that's his scrambling ability, which he showed very well against Detroit.
Yeah.
I didn't realise Brock had that capability until literally the game against Detroit. Is that now going to be played into KC? They now going to have to put like a semi-spy on him to just in case he gets out of the pocket and goes?
Well, for me, Purdy scrambles as a last option.
Yeah.
So he likes getting outside the pocket, which is great. He can extend plays, but I don't think you need to necessarily put a spy on him because he won't scramble unless he has to. Because if you look at the play to Jennings against Detroit, he had space to run and he didn't. He passed it to Jennings. And do you know what I'm talking about? The catch. Like there was space for him to probably get a first down running.
Yeah, but you say that. There was one in the third quarter where literally dropped back, put his back foot in the dirt and just went. There was an O-line that went. He didn't even go through his progressions. It was like, foot down, go.
Yeah, I mean, I think he definitely is improving in his scrambling. But I mean, in one of my bets, I've got him over 12.5 yards scrambling today. I will admit that. But I still don't think you need to necessarily put someone on him every play as a spy.
That £5? Was that the £5 Aqua and Paddy Power to get the free £2 bet?
No, A for me was a £5 bet, and I did it too early, so I didn't get that.
No, I did mine today. Yeah, I did mine today. So I've got anytime touchdown scores, 5 of them, 3 of 2. Both QBs over two whatever yard, 200 something plus yards, and something else. I can't remember what it is.
I did quite like the 22-1. Both teams score field goal and touchdown in each half, though.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout.
I like that 22-1.
Last final thing. What is your snacks for the game?
Okay, so I've already had half of my food because my dad and sister wanted to eat it early. So far we've cooked the wings, the like chicken tenders, the dough balls, and the halloumi fries.
Nice.
At about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we'll be cooking the other wings, the other halloumi fries, the other chicken tenders, and I think we have mac and cheese balls and potentially some sausages.
Nice.
And then for the game, I have tortilla chips, I have salt and vinegar crisps, I have cheese and onion crisps, and I have sour cream and chive dip, and I have salsa dip.
Nice. Mr. Perrins?
I've got cheese and crackers.
Of course you have. Have you got that with red wine?
Oh my god! So like I've got we just went to we've got some breadsticks. I'm about to have my dinner anyway because I didn't eat before I went to go play football. And then we've got some crisps. Yeah, that's it really. Yeah, no chocolate. I'm trying to not have the chocolate.
So John has asked a question saying, will there be more TD scores or shots of Taylor Swift on TV?
Well, there'll be some TDs on Taylor Swift anyway.
Well, I mean, every time KC scores, there's going to be a shot of Taylor Swift.
No, it wouldn't be that. It's every time they get a down. Every time they get a down.
And John has said, half time for you, Mr. Perrins, so you can stay up late tonight.
No, mate, it's different counties, mate. So you lot, wherever you guys are, my half term doesn't start until next week, so not tomorrow, the week after. So I've still got to go teach 4 lessons tomorrow, mate. So yeah.
No.
Probably not something you should be admitting.
What, that I'm teaching 4 lessons tomorrow?
He's going to be literally having coffee drained into his veins.
Yeah, sure. I mean, to be fair, like my line manager knows I'm a massive NFL fan. All my classes know, and they'll gauge by the results in the morning whether or not I'll be in a good mood or a bad mood. So,
and
just throw that out there.
John says, gutting.
Yeah, I'm devastated, mate. Devastated.
Oh, right. So, food-wise for myself, we have got pizza. We've got loaded potato skins.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Onion rings, some chicken tenders, and like literally, yes, I have a snack helmet full of sweets and stuff because I
Oh,
need
what
as
did you
much.
get
I mean,
Where did you get your snack helmet from?
Aldi.
Oh, we got
You
ours
got
last
yours
year.
from Aldi. Oh,
Last
Yeah.
year, we got ours from Lidl last year.
It's either Lidl
No.
or Aldi, one of them.
Aldi,
Aldi,
right? I've been advertising it, but like our Aldi's by us have not had, and you can't order them online. I'm like, ah!
Yeah. I mean, it was great. I won 150 quid on the horses yesterday, so I just went into M&S with my credit card last night.
Nice. So John's
And-
asked, so
and-
if Casey win, is everyone getting homework?
If Casey win, everyone's getting detention, mate. If I'm speaking out of line, like.
Oh. 500 words on why Casey should be stripped of their Super Bowl titles.
500 words for why Casey shouldn't be allowed to play in the NFL.
500 words for why Mahomes should be banned for the rest of his career.
500 words. 500 words describing Taylor Swift.
500 words relating your favorite Taylor Swift song to your life.
Might be blank space if they win.
Oh, mate. Trouble?
Dad, I'm a nightmare just like a daydream.
Yeah. Or like,
No,
look
that's
what you
even
made me
better.
do.
How do we know
but-
so many of her songs?
But-
We're
but-
emos-ish, in my
Yeah,
case.
that's right. Yeah.
I have a sister.
No, you're a Swiftie. Let's
I'm not a
admit it.
Swiftie. I
You are
like her
Swiftie.
music. That does not make me a Swiftie. I'm not the Swiftie that's like, oh, Taylor Swift, I must support the Chiefs.
Let's put it this way. No matter what anyone thinks,
If Casey lose, Taylor Swift will probably write a song about the loss.
probably right.
Broke
Whatever happens.
Purdy will get Swifted.
I've heard so many things because obviously Brock Purdy wears 13, which is apparently her favorite number. The month of the days added together 13. There's so many things saying it's gonna be your day, etc.
4 plus 9 is 13. Super Bowl 58. 5 plus 8 is 13. Purdy wears 13. It's 11th of the second. 11 plus 2, 13.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift
it's
has
gonna be
13 tattooed on her hand.
It's on the back on there, isn't
Yeah, whatever. Still her hand.
it? Unlike someone who got a certain band tattooed on his arm yesterday.
Yes.
He had Kiss tattooed on his arm.
And?
He also said if Casey win, he's going to get Taylor Swift tattooed on his back.
It's not going to happen, mate, because they're not going to win. but I will get SF tattooed onto me.
Nice.
Oh, Gemma made a noise. Like this logo could be tattooed onto me.
Oh, he's got his Mitchell and what's the face socks?
Yeah, yeah. My
Wait,
£15 socks that have only been worn 3 times since I bought them.
I have dusted off the chain for tonight.
Oh
Have
shit!
you?
Tacky mushrooms.
Niners 41, Chiefs 13.
I think he's saying 13 because of the whole 13 Taylor Swift thing. That's why the 13's in inverted commas.
Love it.
Oh, imagine if that was the score, though. Imagine if that was the score.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I
You don't know that.
I've got 33
Imagine-
30.
Imagine if 13 is the winning total, like the Patriots Rams game.
Yeah.
Imagine if 13 all going into overtime.
Well, I mean, the CBS president or whatever did say that this was going to be the first Super Bowl to go to double overtime.
Wow.
Mm.
That means it's going to be like 5 o'clock in the morning at least over here.
Well, I mean, it kicks off at 20 to 12, so it will finish by like 3 at the latest.
Normally does, yeah. It's normally about 3:30, isn't it? We are about 3 hours away from the game now. Wherever you are watching it, enjoy the game, enjoy yourself. We will be reviewing it tomorrow night, 8:30, on our last Monday show of the season. We're rolling back to our Thursday night show.
Our last Monday show unless we do a draft one, September.
Until we do September. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the Super Bowl wherever you're watching it. Whoever you support, enjoy it. Whether you're just a casual Super Bowl fan, whether you're just a NFL fan, or whatever. Enjoy the show. Stay safe. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 8:30.
Go Niners!